And you were just like a little
Yes.
French princess living in like
Yes.
a good Chinese mansion. Hakima, what is the biggest risk you've ever taken?
I will always remember that time where I hitchhiked in China. And I just got graduated college.
Yeah.
I barely had money in my pocket, and I was like, I'm just going to travel in China, and I'm going from Inner Mongolia to the south of China. I did a loop, a whole loop, and then in Beijing, I met that Chinese family.
You met a Chinese family?
That I will always remember them. They were curious about French culture, and so they heard about me, this girl traveling from France with no plan or nothing. And yeah, they invited me to their place, and I stayed with them for about 6 months. And they even paid me to stay with them, and they feed me, and they and it was amazing. They had a very big mansion, because that's a mansion.
And you were just like living in this mansion in one of the many rooms?
Waking up in the morning, I had my room, my own bathroom, waking up, like reading books, and just feeling so free. And but they introduced me to friends of them in the south of China, and then I went to an even richer family. And that time it was like more the very like the crazy rich
Asians?
Asians.
And you were just like a little
Yes.
French princess living in like a good Chinese mansion?
Being fed.
People want a sugar daddy. Don't have a sugar daddy. Aspire to have a sugar family.
But it's only happened because at that time I graduated college and I was lost. I didn't know what to do with my life.
And how old were you?
I was 26.
And your parents were like totally fine with this? Were they not like, Hakima, come home?
I don't think, yeah, they were like, come home. I was just living the life.
Wow.
I never told them that I was just fine.
And how long were you in China total?
1.5 in total.
And they didn't want anything from you? Like, were you never a little hesitant?
The things that they tell me is like, one day in the future, like, really paid forward. If you meet someone who is discovering the world and like take care of that person. Yes.
Damn, you have some good karma, girl. I want some of that karma. You rub off on me. Okay?
I bring luck.